Hello and welcome to the British Accent Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Nick. Today we're talking about something many of us do without thinking, scrolling on social media. But what if we told you that your feed could actually help you improve your English?
Exactly. Most people feel guilty about spending time on apps like Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. But here's the thing, with just a few tweaks, your scrolling habit can become one of your most effective and enjoyable language tools.
Let's start with your feed. If you want to learn English, then English should surround you, even online. Try following accounts that post in English, especially about topics you enjoy. Whether it's cooking, fashion, gaming, or mental health, engaging with content in English makes learning feel natural.
Yes, and one simple change is switching your phone's language settings to English. It's subtle, but it trains your brain to see English as part of your everyday life. Even reading the settings, notifications, or battery in English helps build familiarity.
And don't just scroll. Engage. Pause when you see a caption in English. Try reading it aloud. Think about what it means. Could you write a similar sentence? Could you comment something small in English, like, "This looks delicious," or "So inspiring"?
That interaction turns passive scrolling into active learning. And platforms like TikTok or Reels often have English subtitles, so you can listen, watch, and read all at once. That's 3 skills in one.
One of my favorites is to save a post with useful expressions or vocabulary, and then come back to it later to review. Treat it like a mini flashcard, but one that came from a real-life, interesting source.
Also, don't underestimate the power of memes. Yes, memes. They are full of modern slang, humor, and context. If you're confused by one, that's a great chance to learn. Look it up. Ask a friend. Even just noticing wordplay teaches you how English is used creatively.
Stories are great, too. On Instagram or Facebook stories, people speak naturally, slang, casual tone, fast rhythm. Listening to these gives your ears a workout. If it feels too fast, play them back or find creators who speak more clearly.
And let's talk about comments. Reading the comment section of a video or post can be surprisingly educational. You'll see how people really speak, abbreviate, joke, and react, all in real-world English.
Some learners even create secret accounts to practice. You can like, save, comment, or even post in English without pressure. It's your private learning lab.
So next time you open an app and feel like you're wasting time, remember, it's all about intention. Scroll with curiosity. Scroll with purpose. English is everywhere, you just have to notice it.
And if you want to challenge yourself a little more, try shadowing. That means repeating what someone says in a video, as they say it, or just a second after. Pick a short English reel, maybe someone telling a story or giving advice. Listen once, then play it again and try to copy their intonation, rhythm, even their emotion. You don't have to be perfect, just trying helps build speaking confidence and fluency.
I love that one. And it's something you can do even while brushing your teeth, or waiting for your tea to brew. Just pop in your earbuds, find a reel or short video, and practice out loud. Even 5 minutes a day makes a big difference.
Another thing people overlook is captions. Not just reading them, but writing your own. Let's say you saw a picture of a sunset, or your coffee in the morning. Could you write a caption in English about it? Just a sentence or two. You don't even have to post it, but this kind of writing builds your descriptive vocabulary and your ability to express small everyday thoughts.
Exactly. And if you're a bit shy, remember, no one is watching your learning process. You can save these captions in your Notes app, keep them private. But each one is a small act of English practice, and over time they add up.
Also, hashtags. Search hashtags like #learnenglish, #English tips, or even #English grammar. You'll find quick lessons, bite-sized grammar tips, and pronunciation hacks. Following English teachers or language learners can really boost your motivation too.
And if you're more visual, Pinterest is a goldmine. Vocabulary boards, phrasal verb charts, idiom explanations, these are perfect for screenshotting and reviewing later. You can even create your own learning board with the pins you like.
One tip that helped a lot of my students: use Instagram collections or save folders on TikTok to organize content by topic. For example, one folder for vocabulary, one for pronunciation, one for slang. That way, when you've got 5 minutes on the bus, you can do a quick review from your saved posts.
And don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Social media is full of different accents, expressions, and speaking speeds. It's okay to feel a bit lost. But over time, your ears adjust, and things start to click more naturally.
So really, the key is to scroll with awareness. Pay attention to what you're seeing, hearing, and reading. Think like a learner, not just a viewer. Every time you do that, even for just 10 minutes, you're improving. You're building your language, little by little.
And here's something fun. Try commenting in English. If you see a post that makes you laugh or think, just leave a short comment in English. It doesn't have to be complex. Something like, "That's so true," or "I've never thought about it that way." The point isn't to impress anyone, it's to get comfortable using English naturally, the way you would with friends.
That's such a good point. And replying to other people's comments can be helpful too. You get exposed to how other people express themselves, and you learn from their vocabulary or grammar choices without it feeling like studying.
Yes. And don't forget about the audio. Even if you don't have time to read subtitles, just listening while you're doing other tasks can still train your ears. Whether it's someone giving tips, storytelling, or even a vlog, it's real, authentic English, and it helps you internalize natural phrasing.
I've also noticed that some learners turn captions into study tools. Like they'll take a screenshot of a video with interesting phrases and then look up new words or expressions later. It's simple, but it works so well because it comes from real-life use.
And I love using the Save Post feature strategically. Like if I'm tired, I won't force myself to learn everything in the moment. I'll just save it, and when I have more energy, I'll go back and study that post properly. That makes learning feel a lot more manageable.
Definitely. And let's not forget, you can even create your own mini posts or videos. You don't need to post them publicly, but you can record yourself speaking about a topic, describing something around you, or summarizing a reel in English. Even a quick voice memo helps. When you listen back, you might notice ways to improve your pronunciation or fluency.
That's such a brilliant way to practice speaking. It's like creating your own shadowing resource with your own voice. Plus, over time, you'll start to feel less awkward and more natural speaking English aloud, even if it's just to yourself.
So it really comes down to this: if you use social media with intention, it becomes a powerful tool for language learning. You don't need more time in your day. You just need to use the time you already spend scrolling a little more mindfully. Turn a habit into a hidden classroom. It's already in your hands.
Exactly, Nick. And it's all about small, consistent steps, isn't it? Instead of trying to cram hours of study, just little moments here and there, like reading a caption, repeating a phrase in your head, or noting down a new word. Over weeks and months, that adds up to real progress.
And the best part is, it feels less like work and more like a natural part of your daily routine. When learning fits into what you already enjoy doing, it stops being a chore and starts being something you actually look forward to.
Right? And don't be afraid to make mistakes or feel imperfect. Social media is full of informal language, slang, and even errors from native speakers. It's a safe space to experiment and absorb language in a relaxed way.
Plus, engaging with content from diverse English speakers exposes you to different accents, slang, and cultural references. It broadens your understanding beyond textbooks and classroom English.
And that cultural context is so important. Language isn't just about grammar and vocabulary, it's about connecting with people and ideas. Social media brings that connection right to your fingertips.
So whether you're watching, reading, commenting, or creating, every bit counts. It's all part of making English a living, breathing part of your life.
And if you ever feel overwhelmed, just remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Even a few minutes a day can make a big difference. The key is to keep going, stay curious, and enjoy the journey.
Absolutely. Little by little, you're building confidence and fluency without even noticing. And that's the magic of turning social media into a language tool.
And something else to keep in mind is to personalize your feed a bit. Follow accounts that match your interests, whether it's cooking, sports, art, or travel, in English. That way, the content feels relevant and exciting, which makes learning much easier and more enjoyable.
Yes, personal interest is a huge motivator. When you're genuinely interested in the topic, your brain naturally absorbs new words and expressions without feeling forced. It's learning through curiosity.
Also, don't hesitate to use the save or bookmark features to collect posts or videos you want to revisit. It's like creating your own mini library of useful English resources tailored to your level and needs.
And if you're worried about forgetting new words or phrases, try to jot them down somewhere, maybe a digital note or a little vocabulary journal. Reviewing those notes during free moments keeps the language fresh in your mind.
Absolutely. Plus, engaging actively by typing comments, or even chatting with friends in English on social media helps reinforce what you've learned. It turns passive exposure into active use, which is essential for language retention.
And don't forget to have fun with it. Play word games, watch funny clips, or follow inspirational accounts in English. When you enjoy the process, motivation naturally follows.
That's so true. Learning English doesn't have to be all serious and intense. Sometimes, the best learning happens when you're relaxed and entertained.
So, the takeaway? Use social media intentionally, make it personal, interact, and keep it fun. That way, your scrolling can become a powerful, effortless English practice.
Well, Nick, I think that wraps up today's chat nicely. Remember, turning everyday moments, like scrolling through social media, into language learning opportunities can make a huge difference in your English journey.
Absolutely, Emily. Little steps, consistent effort, and enjoying the process are what truly matter. Thanks so much for joining me today on the British Accent Podcast.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Keep practicing, stay curious, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Cheers.
Cheers.